Basically, there are some new reports out there that are showing scammers are kind of going back to this old tactic to try and gain people's trust. And, they're emailing or texting pictures of real or doctored law enforcement credentials and government employee badges to try and prove that they're legitimate.
These scammers pretend to be from a government agency and say there is a problem you need to take care of or a prize you can win. They pressure you to act immediately and tell you to pay in a specific way. Myers offers a few reminders on how to protect yourself.
A lot of times these people are going to be pretending to be from government agencies, and they're going to create some kind of problem that they want you to take care of. Or in some cases, they tell you that there's a prize you can win. But the general consensus or, a common theme is they're trying to create some kind of pressure that they put on you to act immediately, and they tell you to pay in a specific way. So they're trying to create a sense of urgency, and they're trying to make you act before you have an opportunity to think through it. So one of our biggest tips to protect yourself is don't ever take any kind of immediate action, because, you need to allow yourself some time to think through it, talk to some friends about it. And once you get out of that moment, I think you'll often realize that, no, this isn't right. This doesn't sound right. So go ahead and hang up or ignore the message and talk to someone you trust.
Do not transfer money and do not buy that gift card. Scammers typically request forms of payment that are hard to trace, like gift cards, prepaid debit cards, internet currency, mailing cash, money transfer, or anything else. Myers says it's best to be skeptical and don't believe scammers who say they are transferring you to law enforcement. If you're a victim of a scam, you can contact local authorities or check out the Federal Trade Commission website, www.ftc.gov. Myers also directs victims to file a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at www.ic3.gov. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with your regional radio forecast. Partly cloudy this afternoon with a slight chance for scattered storms. High of 84, easterly winds around 5 miles per hour. Chance for scattered storms again tonight. Lows level off around 66. Partly cloudy skies. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow. Chance for scattered storms. High temperatures reach up to 85. Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 68.
At Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, we have everything you need for summer fun. And right now, all our kids and adult clothes are 10% off. This is Connie reminding you to shop here and donate here first. See us on Facebook or DivaDailyNews.com.
This is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. Don't get burned.
No worries, I have my SPF 1000.
It's time to list your house with us while the market's still hot.
Like Pekin wrapped jalapenos.
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
List your house today by clicking the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is John Carter, Chief of Police in Monticello. As a law enforcement officer, I've seen the impact that depression and suicide have on people. Many times, those contemplating suicide endure considerable suffering and distress. But there is help. If you feel depressed or lonely, there are many resources to help you. Call a trusted relative, friend, or minister, or call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline toll-free at 800-273-TALK. That's 800-273-TALK. All of us are here to help.
This is Pastor Paul Stroop, Clinton Presbyterian Church. Allow me to lead us in a word of prayer. Oh God, we pray for all those impacted during this pandemic. Remind us what it means to live in community and help us to have concern for others above ourselves. During these challenging times, guide us to spread hope and not fear, to find unity, not division. Give us the courage, the strength, and an unwavering trust in you. In your name we pray. Amen.
DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air and online 24 hours a day. The latest local news stories are heard every hour on Central Illinois' news station, the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online 24 hours a day.
You're finding Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in this segment of the morning show is Julianna Nordman with the Atlanta, Illinois Public Library. Good morning, Julianna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. How did Summer Reading Club go? I know that Atlanta Public Library kind of has a condensed reading club. So what happened there?
So yeah, it was really good. We actually ended up getting 35 registered, which was several more than we had last year. We only had 3 last year that regularly came. They didn't all end up coming, which things happen. People go on vacation.
Sure.
But we had 27 the first time, which was huge for us. So that's one of our biggest programs to existence. So it was really fun. The kids loved reading. They loved coming. We got to decorate the downstairs for space. So we got to dissect owl pellets. We got to do all those kinds of fun stuff. We played with water guns. We had a massive water balloon fight. We used like 400 water balloons. We had 40 water guns, all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow.
So it was such a blast.
That's great. So kids had a lot of fun. What was the theme of did you have a theme for Summer Reading Club?
Yeah. So our theme followed the state's theme, which was Read Beyond the Beaten Path.
Okay.
So it was all about essentially going into nature and also reading too at the same time. So that's why we did the owl pellets. That's why we painted bird houses. That's why we talked about space and kind of stuff like that. So there's more than, just playing games on your phone and stuff. Nature has plenty to offer.
Sure.
So.
Well, that's the beauty of the Summer Reading Club, is it gets kids away from those things, away from the electronic devices, away from the TV all day, and it gets them engaged in reading and into things that maybe they would like owl pellets. I mean, unless they're in like a high school biology class, they're probably not going to be doing that. You know what I mean?
Right. They had so much fun. They were like, oh my God, this is so gross, but this is so cool. We actually had one that she was dissecting it and she had a full skeleton in hers.
Really?
And it was, she was like, this is so cool. And she like made the body out of it. And it was, I think she was missing like one little piece, but she had the full skeleton. And we all had so much fun kind of showing what we each got and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's cool. Now, why do you do just a month? Why not extend it into July and early August?
So in our instance, we believe that if we do extend it, our attendance will always slightly goes down. So like the first one we had 27. By the end we had like 15.
Okay.
So and 35 were registered. So if we continue it through this whole summer, we don't think we'd actually get the attendance that we wanted. And so we always encourage the kids to read. We hold stuff else in the summer for kids and for adults and stuff like that. Like we have an art class that we did on Tuesday. We have one coming up in a couple weeks that we offer to kids and stuff like that. So we kind of do different programming that kind of stands alone. So that way we can, do other things with kids too.
Well, and I think, to kind of differentiate the Atlanta Public Library Summer Reading Club, it's a series of events, whereas, a lot of libraries in the area, it's kind of an ongoing program, tracking reading, prizes, all those things. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, so we also were tracking reading. We were also giving prizes, but what we kind of wanted to do was we wanted to offer these really, really fun events that are awesome for these kids that they had so much fun at. Like our last event was a storyteller that we did, and he was so much fun. All the kids that came loved it so much.
Sure.
But we can't offer, budget-wise and staff-wise, we can't offer events like that through the entire summer.
Right, sure. Cost and all those things and kind of continue to rise and such when you do. Do you extend the reading aspect of it and tracking reading and prizes and all those things?
So we don't, but we do highly encourage kids to come in and read. And a lot of what we do is outreach to kids. So that is our most important thing. So if we can get kids in, then we can make them stay. So it's all about getting the word out, getting the fact that we're doing this and stuff like that. So we have like tomorrow, we have a animal story time. So a local farm is bringing in baby goats, baby geese, baby ducks, and baby chicks, and one of their chickens. And the kids get to be around those animals, but we're also going to read to them. So it gets that reading aspect of it, because a lot of people think that reading is work, but if you encourage it in ways that are fun, that they'll be more likely to read in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, our guest in studio today, Julianna Nordman with the Atlanta, Illinois Public Library. So let's dive into, we've got to recap Summer Reading Club July. What's coming up this month? What do you have on the calendar?
Oh, we have so much coming up. I'm so excited. So next Wednesday, our first presentation is going to be from the Logan County Genealogical and Historical Society. So their president wrote a book in 2020. He hasn't really gotten to do a presentation on it yet, but it's all about the Spanish flu in Logan County. So I think that is, very good to look at. The Spanish flu was detrimental. It was during World War I, so it was killing as many people as that were being sent to war. So it's very, very important. We have a lot of residents in Atlanta that did get sick and that did pass away. So it's something that we want to highlight because that's part of our museum aspect. That's also what makes us unique, is that we're not just a library, we're a museum. We have archives. We have access to a lot of historical things.
Sure.
So we're very excited about that. So that is next Wednesday, the 20th at 6:30 p.m.
I can't believe next Wednesday's already the 20th.
I know. Crazy.
The summer's flying by, right? Yeah.
And then we also have next weekend, the 23rd and 24th. I know that Whitney was on a few days ago, our tourism director for Atlanta. So she probably talked about that, but another shout out to her. We have our Christmas in July coming up. We're very excited about that. The library is going to offer lawn games the entire time. We're super excited. We have, I'm in the process of currently making big Jenga, so it's about 3 feet tall. So it'll be super fun. We got all kinds of stuff going on for that. So we're really excited for that too.
Very good. So that's what, July 23rd?
Yep, July 23rd and 24th.
Now, what's Christmas in July all about?
So our Christmas committee, we like to go big. But
you almost have to with Christmas, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We go big for Halloween too. It's our two big ones. But for Christmas, we like to go big. We have tons of decorations throughout the town. We have tons of parks that we like to decorate, and that is our whole purpose. But you can't do that without money. So it's raising money for that committee, so we're able to make Christmas bigger and better this next year and in the following years. So we have all kinds of stuff going on. The libraries, we're also offering free face painting on Sunday. We have all of the vendors in town. Missy's Sweet Shop that is in the Palms Grill and Cafe. She's offering a deal with cookies. So it's like $1 every cookie goes to the committee, and then she's offering some deals. Chubby's, the bar, is offering deals there to help raise money for them and all kinds of stuff like that. So we're trying to raise money as much as possible to make Christmas good. You can't have Christmas if you don't have money. Right. Christmas decorations are so expensive.
Now, are you on the Christmas committee?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Christina, who is our library director, and I are on the committee. Whitney's on there, and then we've got one of the library board members, and then one person on city council, and then another 2 other community members that have been in town a while that just love our community as much as we do. So it's basically just us, and we're trying to get all the details for everything and stuff like that. So
now, is current Christmas equipment kind of dated? Does it need a refresher? What's going on there?
So lights go out.
Right.
That's just it happens. Lights go out. And then unfortunately, sometimes you might have to replace the whole strand, even if it's just a bulb kind of thing. And then a lot of what we do are inflatables. Inflatables also go out, get holes in them. We have a lot of teenagers in town that are pretty bored. So there's some vandalism too. So it's a lot of just, I don't think they've went for as big as Christmas as they have in the past couple years, thanks to Whitney, thanks to, the library playing it all up and stuff like that. So it's hard for us to really go all out for Christmas if we don't have the money to buy those decorations, so some of them are getting kind of old, some of them are kind of flimsy, so we'd like to get bigger and better ones.
Sure. So Christmas in July happens July 23rd and 24th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So highlight just again the kind of when and where and what's going on in Atlanta for those days.
So it will be in Atlanta. It'll be on Old Route 66 right through town. So the library is offering free lawn games. The market will be going on inside our museum and around the town. All that will be going on. We'll have, I know Whitney is selling frozen hot chocolate. Missy's will be open to get cookies. They will be Chubby's will be open for really good burgers, best burgers around. I know I'm a little biased, but
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah. So there all kinds of stuff are going on. So come on out. It's good for everyone. Kids come out and play with us. We got all kinds of games that we're playing, and adults come out and spend your money.
All right, very good. So support the Atlanta Christmas Committee. Again, that's July 23rd, 24th. Julianna Nordman with the Atlanta, Illinois Public Library, our guest in studio. What else is coming up in the month of July for you?
Well, so we're going into August now. So August, we've got all kinds of fun stuff going on. So for the 5 Mondays in August, we are offering cooking classes that will be free to the public. So we're going to teach different recipes from different cultures. So I am going to teach Norwegian food. We have
now, are you Norwegian?
Yes.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh, wow,
so
cool.
I've dated my family all the way back to the mid 1700s in Norway. It's my dad's like grandma's side of the family.
Really? Wow.
So they're very Norwegian. I actually have a cookbook that's I'm the 6th generation to have it.
Oh wow. Cool.
That is like Norwegian and stuff like that. So I'll be teaching Norwegian. Whitney's teaching Armenian. Whitney's husband, Miguel, is teaching Filipino food. We have someone teaching Persian food. And then the last one we haven't found yet, but we'll be teaching something too. Wow. So those will be going on. They'll be free, but the spots are super limited. We're not opening it up quite yet. We're waiting until next week to open it for sign-ups. So it'll be super duper fun. Yeah. We're very excited.
Now, if I remember right, this is thanks to a grant you received, right?
Yes. So thanks to a grant that we received from the American Library Association, they gave us $10,000. So we're using, we use $3,000 of that money to buy all of the equipment for this. So we have 11, burners, we have hot plates, we have 11, frying pans, 11 Dutch ovens, 11 saucepans, and everything for 11 people to cook a whole meal.
Right.
So thanks to that grant, we were able to do that. So that we're really excited about that.
Now, did you always plan it for August? I don't know why. I thought you had hoped it would happen a little sooner.
So we had hoped it would happen a little bit sooner, but with summer reading being as successful as it was, I just didn't have enough time to get it all going, as well as doing everything with our museum.
Okay.
So we decided to push it off until August, and we might extend it into September if we do have a lot of attendance as well. But it's just all we had hoped to do it earlier, but now we're doing it in August. We believe that's the best way we can do it and the best way we can offer it. And that is our goal. Instead of having to do something that's kind of rushed and everything, we would rather plan it out, advertise it for a while, and then make it as good as we can.
Well, and I would think, doing it in August, you're going to have folks back from vacation. Kids are going to be ready to go back to school. There's not as many people out of the area, so more people to participate, those sorts of things.
Right. Yeah. So it also is, weighing on that downtime, like we have those adults now that have families, that have kids, are now going to be back wanting, something to do, wanting to get away from their kids, kind of stuff like that. So we're also hoping we can finally get some teenagers in. We'd love to get teenagers to come and learn how to cook. It'll be super fun, super great. So.
Yeah. Can you give us a preview of your Norwegian food that you'll be teaching us how to make?
Yeah. So it's super fun. It's so easy. So my dad described it as they would eat it the day after Christmas and the day after Thanksgiving. So it's leftover mashed potatoes.
Okay.
So you take mashed potatoes, you mix it with a ton of flour, and you make like a dough. Then you roll it out super thin, like thinner than a tortilla, and then you fry it, and then you put tons of butter on it, tons of brown sugar, roll it up and eat it. So it's called lefse. So that is what his grandma made all the time. And then his mom passed down the recipe too to my dad and his sisters. So they ate that all the time growing up, and he loves it. I made it for my grandpa before he passed away a few months ago, and he was like, this is exactly what my mom would make, and
Really?
this is what I remember. And thank you so much for making it.
Wow.
I can see that you care about the our history and stuff like that, because this tastes like my mom would be so proud of you. So
it's going to be pretty special for you then.
yes, it is very special.
Yeah, that's awesome. So again, highlight when maybe folks can anticipate registration happening and those sorts of things.
Yeah, so registration is going to start next week after Wednesday. So we don't want to be advertising so much, and then the Logan County Genealogical and Historical Society gets kind of overshadowed. So we're going to do it after Wednesday of next week. So we're thinking probably Thursdays when we're going to open it up. We're going to send it out to newspapers that day and stuff like that. So it'll be super fun. We're very excited.
All right. So look out for that. And the dates on those are
they're going to be the Mondays in August. So I believe it's like the 1st and the
8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and 29th.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So put that on the radar then.
Yes, absolutely.
Is information already available where you can preview some of this stuff?
So not yet. We're going to put it out hopefully today. I didn't get a chance to put it out all yesterday just because we got so busy.
Gosh. Come on, Julianna.
I know. I was hoping to get everything out
gosh.
so that way we could talk about it today.
That's all right. No, look out for that at some point today then.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Julianna, how do folks learn more about all the things? There's so much going on. How do folks learn about all the things at the library?
So the best way to figure out is Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook, we also will have all of our events on the website.
Which is?
AtlantaPLD.org.
Okay.
So if you look us up at Atlanta Public Library and Museum on Facebook, that is our Facebook. We also have an Instagram as well. So everything, our Facebook is our easiest. That's where we always are posting events. That's where we're posting pictures from events and stuff like that.
So if you're on Facebook, check them out. Julianna, let's take a time out here.
Sounds good.
Julianna Nordman with the Atlanta, Illinois Public Library, our guest in studio this morning. More to come on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now at the Chicago Board of Trade on this Thursday. I'm Jim Taylor for the RFD Radio Network. Corn mostly higher, beans mostly lower, wheat starting today mostly higher. July corn 7.34 down 6. September corn up 5 3/4. 6.05 3/4. December new crop $6 even up 4 3/4. August beans starting today 14.79.5. Down 5 1/4. September beans down 8 1/4, 13.62. November new crop 13.40 1/4, down 9 1/4. September wheat 8.22 3/4, up 12. December wheat up 10 3/4, 8.38 1/2. March wheat 8.53 3/4, up 10 1/2. July bean meal 4.97.30, up 5.80, and July bean oil down $1.20, 60.21. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Having a hard time finding the correct new car, truck, SUV, or crossover to fit your needs? This is Scott Baum from Bob Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. Some lots look low on inventory, so go to our website, look at our pre-order and reserve tab. You'll see inventory in transit, which are built and on their way to Clinton, and in production, new Chevys and Buicks, which are being built and will arrive soon. Or you can always call our sales team. They can help you find the correct one just for you. BombChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
Here's a supply chain update from your Clinton Save-A-Lot. Owner Dave Jackson here. Workers in retail and restaurants today are doing the best they can under very trying circumstances. That situation is no different here at your Clinton Save-A-Lot. It's been a team effort to keep our shelves stocked with the freshest meat, produce, and items you purchase every day. While many stores have cut hours and services, your Clinton Save-A-Lot has maintained our staffing level and regular hours thanks to my fantastic team of employees. Your Clinton Save-A-Lot appreciates your business, and we hope to see you soon.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence, and again, my guest in studio this morning, Julianna Nordman with the Atlanta, Illinois Public Library with us. And the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Julianna, you have some huge news. You have a TikTok star. Now, for folks at home that don't know what TikTok is, it's basically a social media platform where you create short videos.
Yeah.
Right? And so an individual with a million plus followers, we'll say, is coming to Atlanta. What is going on?
Yes. So we have Caitlin Abrams. So she goes as Manic Pixie Mom. She has 2.5 million followers. I checked this morning to give you guys some accurate information. She is so awesome. So she inspired me and our library director to want to clean up some cemeteries in the area. So we're going to move forward with that as well. But she essentially, what she does is she cleans gravestones, and then she does the research into the family, and she does the research into how they died, and kind of talks about some of the phrases that were on tombstones and talk about tombstones then. And she's got a wealth of knowledge about stuff. And she is a storyteller is how we kind of describe her, how she describes herself, is she just loves telling their stories. And I think a lot of people don't realize how important cemeteries are. They don't take care of them. They're vandalized.
They're vandalized a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one in the area it's in Logan County. There's only 3 gravestones left. Because it's been vandalized so much.
Wow.
And the sign's gone. It's really, really deep in the woods. So you have to go find it. But those are so important to us. And, we have to be respectful of them. We have to take care of those people. When they were buried, they expected their bodies to be taken care of. So we have to do that. So she is so respectful of that. And she loves telling their stories. And we're so excited. It's been great. We just booked her flights. We just booked her hotel. So we're finally getting to the point of announcing it, and we're very excited. This is the first time I'm talking about it publicly.
That's fantastic. So when is she coming? What's she going to be doing in Atlanta?
So she is coming August 27th. It is the last Saturday in August. She's going to
oh my gosh, I haven't turned that over. Wait, sorry. We're talking August, not July.
Yeah.
You had me worried. I hadn't flipped the calendar yet, Julianna.
Yeah. So it's August 27th. It is the last Saturday in August. So she is going to come. We're doing the program at 6:30 at night. So she's going to come and do a presentation on what she does, how she started, where she goes, kind of all that stuff. She has because she lives on the East Coast, so she's from Vermont. She has a lot of older graves out there, right? Because that's where they were first settling and stuff like that. So she is out there and she does all that research, and she's going to talk about how she does that research and where she comes from with it and how she uses her resources, how she goes about cleaning the graves, because there's specific chemicals you have to use to make sure to not damage the stones further and everything like that. So we're very excited. We are so happy that she's coming.
Now, will she highlight any gravestones in Atlanta or Logan County or anything?
So I don't think so, because she won't be here until the day before, and she's flying in that night. So I don't think she'll be able to do that, unfortunately, just because of time with her. She's got kids. They're going to be going back to school.
Right.
So with all of that stuff, I'm concerned that she is not going to be able to spend that much time in Logan County. We're hoping maybe to get her to a cemetery. I haven't spoken to her about it yet. It's really up to her. So
yeah. But you were telling me you reached out to her. No idea. She'd respond, let alone say yes.
Right. So on her profile, she has like a bunch of links that, the list that she uses, how she does her genealogy research and stuff like that. So you can read it all about it. She's like, oh, you can email this email. And I didn't even tell our library director about it because we love her so much. So I was like, hey, my name is Julianna. I work in a small town in central Illinois. We love her TikTok. We love what she does, and everything like that. And her assistant responded and was like, what kind of things are you expecting from her? And how much is your budget and stuff like that? So once again, thanks to that grant, the American Library Association one, we are able to afford her. So she was like, yeah, she'll do it. And I was like, what? I called Christina and I was like, oh my God, she responded. And she goes, did she say no? And I was like, no, she didn't say no. And so it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, Christina, we are so excited. We're so happy. We're hoping to get tons of people into the library and everything.
Sure. So. Julianna, I look at the clock. I have lost total track of time. I have to let you go.
Okay.
Julianna Nordman with the Atlanta, Illinois Public Library. Our guest, Network News is next.
WHOW.
The Big 1520 WHOW.